And yes, we're playing Fortnite. But yes, we can build.
The Happy Egg Company, dedicated to...
It's only been a few days with no building in the core mode of Fortnite, and some people are asking for building to permanently be removed. So today I'm going to be talking about the effects this has had on the game and what it could mean moving forward and how I personally feel about it. Make sure you watch the whole video because I'm going to cover pros and cons and talk about what's actually happening in the Fortnite space. There's so many people talking about Fortnite right now, more than ever before, because of this one change that, Epic made. And we know it's temporary, but the effects it's having are permanent. In the past 2 days, we have seen more players and more OG streamers and content creators come back to Fortnite than ever before. We've also seen players who have never played Fortnite, streamers and content creators, play Fortnite like crazy. We've had the return of CDN the Third, Floatsy, Symphony, Tifu, and we have some streamers who don't really stream or create Fortnite content like Saikuno, Ludwig, and plenty more people creating Fortnite content now because building has been removed and the game is more accessible. Is it just temporary, or are people actually enjoying themselves? And from what I can see, people seem to be going crazy about the concept of no building in Fortnite. We do know that Arena still has builds, that you can build in creative and Team Rumble and whatnot, but the core modes, solos, duos, trios, and squad does not have builds, and we're seeing Fortnite being played without builds for the first time ever. So let's talk about the pros and cons. But before we do that, I just want to say thank you for support lately. Be sure if you're watching this video to hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. We are almost at 6 million subs. So I've been playing Fortnite Season 2 for a while now because I'm doing a 100-hour stream, and I can say that the pub games are still extremely fun. Now, I had fun playing when there were builds, but right now it seems like the action is nonstop. That's due to the fact that there is pretty decent mobility on the map. Even without the spider gloves, there's a good amount of map mobility and waiting to maneuver, and the fights start off from range and, slowly start fight happening due to the lack of building. People can't really stall out a fight like they did before. So in general, pubs are way more casual and the action is almost nonstop. Me and the boys were playing, we were dropping back-to-back 30 to 40 kills pretty much every single match. And now we were playing with people like who have not really touched Fortnite in a long time, and they were absolutely enjoying themselves. That's one of the positives because it makes it more approachable. It makes the game be inviting to people who did not master the art of building and editing and don't really want to. There's one side of that. Now, the negative side is for people who are decent at building or for people who enjoy the process of building and editing, and that's what makes Fortnite fun to them. And that's why they don't play games like Call of Duty or Apex, and they prefer Fortnite because of the building. Those people seem to be upset, and I see them in the comments, and I see them on social media. They do not like this change, and they are counting the days for building to return to the game. Now, both groups can be satisfied, but at the end of the day, eventually, when building comes back, a lot of these people who came and are having a good time playing Fortnite without builds will most likely leave once builds return and they start, just not having as much fun because they're getting destroyed due to the lack of building skills. Now, I will say, in its current state, without building, there's still some things that feel missing from the game. The map and the concept of Fortnite is so designed around the concept of building. There are, hills and things that you really can't climb or travel up without builds. And the utility in the current loot pool, there's not enough items to kind of justify zero builds. Like, we don't have things like the bubble shield currently in the game, grappler, and extra mobility devices. We're pretty much limited to the shockwaves and the new cow catcher as utility items, and the rest of it is just weapons and shields. The loot pool on its own right now doesn't really feel that inviting for zero builds. Instead, it's still a ton of fun to play without building. And I think if you remove building in OG Fortnite back in the day, Chapter 2, Chapter 1, the game would be not as fun as it is right now without building because the game has developed quite a bit since then. We have things like the tactical sprint, we have sliding, we just have overall improved mechanics and map mobility. I'm honestly shocked. I thought playing without building was going to be very boring, and it was to a point where you just constantly got shot in the back and you couldn't do anything. But there is enough things going on in the current season where you can consistently win games back to back to back just by having, better positioning and using the map mobility, using the blimps and the cannons and everything, and the tanks and vehicles, and coordinating with your team. So it's all about that team communication. It's all about positioning, and we're able to win games like we did before with builds, but this time without builds. So the skill factor is still there. It's just a different skill that people are locking in on to get these wins instead of like the building and editing skill that everyone has. If they make this mode an LTM, if they make some sort of no building mode to actually have it be successful and have a lot of players play that LTM, they need to add things that make it unique that you can't find in the build mode or the normal mode where building will be enabled. Because right now, if this was just purely an LTM, we probably would have played it a couple times, had our fun, and then just called it quits. The fact that everybody who's playing pub matches has to play without builds, it's forcing people to play it, and it's a completely different environment than if it was just LTM mode. Because some people said this should have been an LTM. It wouldn't have been that successful as an LTM because they need a bunch of people to play it so they can actually give proper feedback as to how the game plays without building. I was talking with Ninja, biggest face in Fortnite. He says if it was his mode, there would be no building in Fortnite. Building would only exist in creative and in turn. And even then, he questions it, right? He feels like building has gotten to a point where it's so anti-casual, so
The world's half asleep.
Coming now.
I swear to God, this is the kind of thing that always happens to me. So I got a tattoo yesterday and I was like, oh, this is going to be so cute. It's a moon. And I was like, oh my God, this is gorgeous. Posted a photo to my Snapchat story and I was so excited for people to see it. These are the messages I got. So first of all, Poppy said, why does it low-key look like James Charles?
Wait, I'm just peeved, girl. It kind of looks like James Charles. Does look like James Charles. I'm not going to lie to you.
I then sent a side-by-side to my cousin to see what he thought.
Oh my days, it does.
Okay, so this is the tattoo in question. And I thought, oh, it's going to be a cute moon, little face on it. It looks like fucking James Charles. Tell me why I only noticed that once it's been tattooed on me. I still love it though.
Come over. I got the na. I love the tracky I've done all the person hat. Yeah. I love that little tracky hat. And the fact that our parents are loving it. It was funny when that was all done. Mum, see if I could, Mum. I'd put on them not once at them. Because it's shocking. But the way one of the security guards went about it was a bit shite, Mum. But they shouldn't have done it like that. See the way he was halfway over and then just get after the leg of the which obviously really hurt him. They're a wee boy. Mom, you can get a free bounce mat. You'll see in a minute. But think of that, that's a friend of you, Mum. Think of what would happen More money. Red. I want to watch the Rocket League game. So.
Clock is ticking. Possible, but can they get there? That was they were all right there. Nobody thought that Queso was just going to do nothing. And Queso gets away with one on their own net as they're trying desperately to just poke this ball somewhere out into the middle where maybe they can put it on target. And Queso got their feet back under them.
Oh my. Yanks trying to read every challenge and nothing really came until he already committed on the flip. Badira trying to stretch out for that one as well. Furia just over a minute to make the comeback here in Game 7 as Queso still threatening on their side.
Floater for Vatira, pumped top right. Oh, that is 3 for Queso. Devastation the other way.
And this one becoming very painful here for Furia. Another one where it just feels like they were given too much space. Queso able to take advantage.
That timeout for Queso, man. I mean,
yeah, it changed this game. Been a different team since. Unwilling to relinquish anything to Furia. Try as they might. A few opportunities here in Game 7, but few is the key word there, I believe. It's been tough for them to get out of their own half, and when they have, caught off guard by perhaps some lax defense from Queso here or there. But one way or the other, Queso capitalizing on a couple of mistakes, and that's a nice little shimmy shake from Vatira on the wall. Throw off the scent as that one's still not going to find its way into the net.